What is up, Uneducated Duo Podcast fam? My name is Pablo,
And I'm Gerald.
and this is episode 46. Goddamn.
Yeah, dude, we're just chugging along.
Yeah, today's actually January 4th, 2021. We just wanted to send a shout out to our grandfather. Today would have been his 89th birthday.
89th or 90th?
89th.
I thought it was going to be his 90th.
No, we thought so, but
we messed it up?
Yeah, we messed it up.
All right, well, whatever. Shout out to Gramps.
Yeah, R.I.P.
All right, well, we start all our episodes with One Gotta Go. Today we're doing one that's... it's not really like movies or anything like that. It's just something that we saw that was really fucking funny. So we're just going to go with it. So we have basically things that annoy people, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So it's people who leave carts out like at a Walmart or a Target. You know, you're the guy that doesn't take the cart to the fucking cart thing.
Yeah.
Then we got people that don't wear masks with a fucking pandemic. Then we have people that drop their trash in public, just leave it out on the ground, fucking litterers. And then people who talk in restrooms. And I assume that means public restrooms, right?
Yeah, like you're in there just trying to get your business done. Somebody's like, hey, man, how's it going?
Yeah, because you can't annoy somebody if you're singing in your own bathroom.
Yeah.
But like if you're in like a public restroom and some dude's having a conversation with you, that's kind of
awkward.
That's one of those awkward situations. All right, you want to go first or second?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go first. It's pretty easy for me. Like the first one off for sure. Actually, no. I thought it was going to be easy. So I'm going to go with the masks, first of all, just because like personally in my life, it's affected me that people didn't do that. I always feel like it's so selfish when somebody's in the store and they don't have a mask on. Like, what kind of asshole are you? You know, like I always think immediately like conspiracy theory. And I actually went to the store.
Like they're conspiracy theorists?
Yeah. I think they like have like some conspiracy theory about something.
They got those weird beliefs and shit.
Yeah. And to be quite honest, like I feel like an asshole. I've gone into the store one time without a mask because I forgot it.
Oh, okay.
And when I came out, I was like telling my wife, I was like, man, I feel like an asshole. Is that what other people feel like, or they just don't give a shit? So yeah, mask goes off for me, number one. It's pretty easy. I mean, everybody that's listening right now they have had to wear a mask in a store or something. And, hopefully all you wear masks because it protects people. I really do believe it does. So yeah, mask goes off for me first.
So people who don't wear masks is number one for you?
Yeah.
You just get really annoyed when you see them in the stores and shit?
Yeah, basically. And
yeah, well, we've talked about it. I've seen people like fucking throw little hissy fits and shit in stores. They're like, oh my God, I have to wear a mask. It's like, dude, get over it.
Yeah, so that would be the way I'm basing it, because I was just kind of thinking about it.
Like what annoys you, right?
Yeah, which one's the most annoying to me? So that one's definitely going off first. And I swear, man, I don't know how people even get into stores, because some stores like really require them, but some people still get in there. I don't fucking know.
I think it's because employees don't really give a shit. It's like I went into Jackson's the other day without a mask too.
Uh-huh.
I had it in my pocket and I thought I had to put it on, but I didn't. And then by the time I was at the register already, the lady was like, you need to put your mask on. I was like, oh shit, I don't have. And then I grabbed it out of my pocket and put it on.
Yeah. I think it's something you just forget, because like I said, I went into the store the other day without it. And
that's because no one's going to call the cops. I mean, they say they can call the cops on you, but no one's going to really call the fucking cops on you.
Well, yeah.
Unless you're making
Karen.
Unless you're making a scene or some shit.
Yeah. So yeah, mask goes off for me, number one.
All right, let me see. Number one for me, and I'm basing it purely on like what I think would annoy me the most. Because to be honest, I'm guilty of like all four. I have done all four, I think once at least once, right? So I'm thinking like what personally I have the least. I'm looking at it like which one am I not really that mad at, and which one would annoy me. Fucking if someone talks to me in the bathroom, that is fucking weird. Cause it's never your friend. Cause like you never go to the bathroom. I'm not a girl. I'm not like, oh, let's go fucking powder our nose or whatever that shit is, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm going to the bathroom, I'm going to the bathroom. And then if some dude in the next stall is just like, hey, let's spark up a fucking conversation. Let's talk about like our lives.
Like, hey man, how's it flowing?
Yeah, like if it's my friend, okay, it's not that weird.
It's still a little weird.
It's a little bit weird, but I've had conversations in the bathroom with my friends. But if I'm in the bathroom, if I go to the bathroom at a store and then someone like comes in and tries to talk to me about their day or like what I'm shopping for or some shit, dude, that's fucking weird. I don't know how I would handle like, and it's even weird. Like, I don't know if you ever had this experience, but like this happen. I feel like everybody does this in bathrooms. You go to the bathroom and like you're at a urinal. You never go to the one right next to the next guy, right? You skip one.
Always, yeah.
Same with the stalls. You know, you're in a stall unless there's no more available stalls. You go to you leave a stall in between the next person, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So like if someone's got the balls to like just pull up stall to stall with me and then he's like talking to me and shit, that's fucking weird. I don't even want to hear the sounds of him pooping, let alone his fucking voice.
Yeah, that's fucking weird as hell to me on it, to be honest. Like, I'm sure we've all had that instance, at least males, where like you're at a fucking urinal and there's like 4 urinals next to you and the dude decides to take like the one right next to you.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
I think it's super weird.
It's weird because you guys always have that moment where you're like, you look over with that like weird side glance, eye contact, and you look back and you try to like turn yourself. You like,
honestly, if somebody does that, I'm assuming they're trying to look or something, you know, because why the fuck else would you do that, you know?
Yeah, it's weird. So I don't know. I feel like I couldn't handle. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna like beat some dude up in the bathroom or something. But like, if some dude was talking to me in the bathroom, it would feel weird. It'd be awkward, and I'd just be like, "All right, bro, you need to hurry up and leave."
Has it ever happened to you?
That someone randoms talk to me in the bathroom? Never while I was going. I think like as I'm leaving. Have you ever at the like when you're washing your hands? You know, it's more personable. I feel like if I'm washing my hands and someone next to me is washing my hands, and like, because like I've been to a lot of soccer games, right? I've been to like a lot of stadium soccer games and shit, and like halftime happens and fucking bathrooms are packed,
fucking line,
like packed. So like you're in there and then you go up to the thing and then some dude next to you will be like, "Oh, so what do you think of this?" And now you're like, "Okay, well, we're washing hands. I guess right here it's okay to fucking communicate." But like, you know,
I think just in general, it's pretty awkward.
That's where I draw the line, you know, from the sinks to the stalls.
All right, man.
Because at the sinks, all right, you know, we're done with our business. We're cleaning off. There's a sense of feeling clean because there's soap on my hands. But like, while we're both pooping, fucking hands,
shut the fuck up,
dude. Fuck that. It's
gross. Always awkward too when you're in there and somebody's in a stall and you just hear fucking ass ripping.
Yeah, and you can't really do it.
And it's like so quiet.
It's weird. It's awkward, and you also can't be mad because it's like the dude's taking the shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're also like in the room, you can hear the
I've
sounds.
had that situation where somebody's in there and like it's dead silent. And then you just hear this dude go off, and I'm like,
"Yeah, fuck that."
Like, I want to laugh.
Have you seen Harold and Kumar?
I've seen parts of it. Yeah.
Do you remember the scene where the two girl best friends go in the bathroom, and the girl's all like, "Oh, we haven't played battleships in forever."
Oh yeah.
And they're like sinking each other's battleships with like poop,
shit,
and like
dude.
Harold and Kumar are in the next stall, and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Christ. Yeah, that was a fucked up scene.
Yeah, so that's my number one. What's your number two?
All right, man. Well, my number two, it's got to be the cart thing. As a former cart boy, that would annoy the fuck.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you actually worked and did that shit. Right?
Yeah, I was a cart guy for like 6 months or something, and it was even during the holidays was the worst, man. Like you'd find carts like a mile away. It was crazy.
Do they do you have like a quota when you do that shit? Is there like they know how many carts you have and you have to find them all?
No.
Because people steal them, right?
I don't know if they steal them.
Hobos take them.
Like they don't keep track of them. But you just want to make sure like the carts aren't like fucking protruding out of the fucking.
Dude, when I went to Walmart for like Christmas shopping, there was carts in the. You know how like there's a little compact parking like in the middle lanes.
Yeah.
And then they have like it's like a sidewalk basically. That whole thing was fucking littered in carts. Like people weren't even taking them to the thing. They were just lifting them up and putting them right in front of their cars.
So here's kind of my thing on it. So there's this Facebook page called Cart Narcs.
Yeah. Have you
heard of it?
No, you told me about it.
Yeah. So basically, I think it's a radio host guy. I've never like dug into it too deep, but he basically goes out for a couple hours and he's like calling people out for not putting the carts away.
He makes videos, right?
Yeah. And a lot of people like get so pissed off about them being called out. But I think he's right in a way, you know, it's just like a very small gesture you can make. because I feel like if you leave your card out, which I'm guilty of having left them out, but since I was a car boy, I haven't done it anymore. Because he's right, you leave the card out, you're blocking somebody's space. I've seen people leave the cards out in like handicap spots, which is like the worst, because then people can't get out of their fucking vehicles if they're handicapped. I don't know, man. It's like the car corral is like right there. They have one like every fucking 50 yards or something, right?
Yeah, they're close. I always put mine away. I never really think about it. I feel like
it's like just something you should do, right?
Yeah, it's just pretty natural. I usually I grab it and I'll like, I don't even like put it away like efficiently. Like sometimes I'll just fucking throw it into the thing, but at least it's by the like inside the.
Yeah. You should check out people that are listening. They should check out the card narc videos because there's a shitload of people that do not put it back.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
So he'll throw a bumper magnet on their car, and that's when they get so triggered. It's funny,
and it just says, what's it say?
It just says, call the 1-800 card narcs hotline.
Oh, because they don't fucking put their cards.
Because he doesn't swear or anything. He calls them lazy bones. Holy shit! There was this lady. She's like, I have a disability that doesn't allow me to put my car back. And then he was like, but you were just walking around the store
with the cart.
Yeah. And then she's like, who are you to question my disability? So as a former car boy, it was so fucking annoying. Like I used to work at the one next to a college.
The one what? I don't even remember.
It was a Walmart that I worked at. And I had to go chase that bitch down next door. Like it was crazy. It wasn't too bad because they started adding like those little cart, like dolly things after I left.
Yeah, like the weird automatic thing that like moves
so
it.
I think it got easier for people, but you were only allowed to take like 10 or 15 carts at a time. I always used to take like 20 or 30. I was like, fuck that, But yeah, especially if I'm like pulling up to a park. I've seen people pull up to a parking spot. There's a fucking cart in the parking spot. So they'll just back out and leave instead of moving the cart.
Instead of moving the cart?
Park in that spot,
I've done that. I haven't like backed out, but like I'll see like carts like over the lines and like there's no space for me to go in.
Yeah. So
without getting out of my car to like move the cart. So I just move to a different spot.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a little ridiculous to me. I'm always like, damn.
All right, well. Wait, this is weird. I think I did it like backwards.
That's what I was thinking too. I didn't for sure.
I did mine backwards. So I'm sorry. So I'm just going to give you guys the order. Because no, I didn't do mine backwards.
No. Because you're doing it in the form of like which one's the most annoying. So you're going to get rid of the one that's the least annoying to you, right?
Yeah. No?
Yeah, because you said earlier that it would be the most annoying to have somebody in a stall talk to you out of all these.
True, but why would I want to get rid of the one that's the least annoying? That's the one that's the most beneficial to me.
No. You said it was the most. Oh. You would want to get rid of it technically because it doesn't bug you at all. Like it has no effect on your life.
True, so I would want to get rid of that one. I would want to keep the one that's the least effective on my life.
Jesus Christ.
So I did it backwards. I think I got rid of the one that annoys me the most. Yeah.
That's so true. God damn it.
Oh, well. I'll give you guys my order of the other three.
At the end.
Of the other three, I guess. So the one that I would have kept first, I guess, as the least annoying of all of them is the trash in public thing. Because I am fucking guilty of that all the time.
Damn, bro.
And I mean, there's a...
That's trash.
There's a spectrum, bro. Like I won't drop like a bag of fast food. Let's say I got like the little brown bag, with I don't know, fucking burger and fries. I won't drop all that trash on the ground. But if like I'm walking out of my car and I'm wiping my face with the napkin's going on the ground. Like 70% of the time. Especially if I'm not near a trash can. I am fucking guilty as fuck of like driving out of a drive-thru and I get like halfway through and I just like roll down my window and throw out the straw wrapper because like I'm not gonna leave it in my car or like the receipt, I am not even gonna lie. I am so fucking guilty of that. My friends used to give me shit all the time because like I'd get a can of soda or something, and we'd all be walking around at a park or some shit. And I throw my can on the ground, and they're all like, "Why the fuck are you littering?" And I'm like, "Bro, the trash can's way over there, and obviously we're going to the car right now. So I'm either dropping this here in the grass, or I'm dropping this in your car. Like, it's your decision."
For legal reasons, this is all hypothetical.
It's one of those things that like I do a lot. So, I mean, I do it less now, but I have done it a lot. I'm not even going to pretend like I haven't done it a lot. So that's the one thing that I guess that would have been my number one that I would have kept. Because I do it, and it's the least amount of annoying to me. It doesn't affect my life, really.
Jesus Christ. I've known you for a long time. I didn't know you as a litterer.
Dude, I'm fucking guilty of the car litter. It's the car litter. I know people say they don't do it, but when you're like on a highway or
I never
driving somewhere,
out, bro.
I know you might not, man. You might not, but I know people do it a lot. I'm guilty of it. I don't throw like
filthy.
I don't throw huge things, but like a McDonald's cup.
Oh god damn, bro.
A napkin, receipts, just little paper things that I can ball up real quick and chuck out the window. Sometimes I do it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm in shock, man.
All right, so what's your number?
My number 3. So yeah. I think I did it backwards too, because technically I would have gotten rid of the mask thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we fucked it up.
Which is fine. I'm just going to keep going the way I am, and I'm doing the one got to go backwards this time. Just kind of keeping you on your toes, people.
We fucked it up because the list immediately made us think of the one that bugs us the most. So it's the one we talked about first.
So what's left for me is I have littering, basically, and the other one was
people who talk in the bathroom.
People who talk in the bathroom. So for my number 3, it's people that can talk in the bathroom. So I'm getting rid of litterers. Why? Because, well, it's an awkward situation to be in.
Wait, but technically, aren't you getting rid of people with no mask?
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So I'm getting rid of people with no masks. So my first one would have been littering that I would have kept. Because I think you're right. It doesn't really affect me. They always have those convicts on the highways, like picking up trash and shit.
Yeah, so basically yours would have went. Yours is littering, carts, bathrooms. No, littering, bathroom carts.
Littering, bathroom carts, yeah. Yeah, and I would have gotten rid of masks, like people that don't want to wear masks. I would have gotten rid of those types of people.
Yeah, you would have extinguished them from existence.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard to talk about it now.
Well,
but so
just why did you pick trash people over mask people, I guess?
Yeah. So trash people over mask people, because I feel like it affects my life more right now. Like, it affects a lot of people's life more. But that's a close one, man, because littering, like, over time, it gets fucked up, you know?
That's true. It can get fucked up. That's why you gotta pick your spot, bro. You gotta pick your place.
It's kind of like people say, like weed is like a gateway drug. I feel like little littering is like a gateway thing to do. In my opinion, because I've seen like full ass couches on the freeway right now. That shit's ridiculous. Like,
I don't think they're dumping that though. I think that's just like something that falls off of like a truck that was badly.
And you don't fucking notice that big ass couch falling off, and you're just like, fuck it, man.
I don't know. I've never moved cross country with furniture. I don't fucking know.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like you'd notice a big ass couch falling off the back of your car.
That's why you gotta pick your spot when you litter, right? See, like, I won't litter at like Yellowstone National Park, right? But if I'm like in a Chick-fil-A parking lot and I drop like my receipt or straw wrapper out the window, I know the respectable people at Chick-fil-A will clean up their parking lot. So
you're keeping people employed.
Yes, exactly. So here's the key example, right? So we have here in these apartments, we have a maintenance man.
Okay.
who's lazy as fuck, right? And I have no, I honestly have no bad feelings about like dropping something on the property so that he can clean it. If it's like a small thing. I don't even feel bad. I
don't know, man. R1 got all fucked up this week, but like in summarization, the first one of type of people that would go for me is mass people. So unfortunately, I would keep the other three, even though they're all kind of shitty. But I feel like the mask is king right now. Like, if you don't wear a mask, I think you believe in Bigfoot. That's how seriously I take this. So
it's so weird how we make that connection.
I already view you as less of a like logically thinking person,
just not intelligent.
Mask. Yeah,
it's something about it. Like
it's just the reasoning behind it that gets me the most, because they say that it's like. So I go to this store. It's called the Big Box Outlet Store, and they have a bunch of like return Amazon shit there and bins. Right. And this lady walked in and they're like, "Oh, you got to wear a mask in here." And she's like, "Oh, my family doesn't do that." And she walks out. And then this guy walks up to the front counter lady and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry you got to deal with that all day." She's like, "It's fine. They call me sheep and shit." And I'm like, why the fuck would you even bug somebody like that, you know? Like, I don't know. It's just something I can't wrap my head around or understand, the whole mask thing. Like, it's just something so simple you can do just to help other people. It's like such a selfless thing you can do. And people choose not to. So if you don't wear a mask, you believe in Bigfoot.
To clarify, give me your list real quick of what it would have been.
So the way it would have been, so the one that bugs me the least would be in the bathroom.
Got it.
Then it would go, holy shit.
Trash or carts?
It'd probably be carts next.
All right.
Then trash.
And then you get rid of mask people.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I also did mine backwards. So
we'll summarize.
Yeah, so I'll summarize, but I'll talk about the last one I had, which was people who leave carts out, right? It was the carts and the mask people, right?
Yeah.
And the carts thing, I've never been affected by it at a personal level. Like, it bugs me sometimes, like if I'm trying to find a fucking parking spot, or like even trying to walk to the store and I just see a bunch of carts everywhere. It is kind of annoying to see it, because it's like, bro, it takes you 3 fucking seconds. I'm one of those people that, like, if something only takes you like fucking 5 seconds to do, and it's like super simple, because I've seen people leave their cart outside of the cart thing when they're parked right next to the cart thing. And it's like, bro, just fucking move it over real fast. You got to be like creative. Fucking make your kids do it. I see people with kids all the time send their fucking kids to take the cart. That's how you teach responsibility.
Yeah.
But the mask people would have been a really close second to me when it comes to bathrooms. Right. So my list would go people who leave their trash, the littering shit was the least, and then carts second least. And then I'd rather get rid of people who talk to me in the bathroom, because I just think those people are going to murder me and shit. It's just the weirdest situation. I feel like I'm too socially awkward to even handle that. It's just not something I want happening.
So they're gone.
But the mask people was really close to that, because, like, yeah, honestly, it's like you wear a mask unless you're working. Because if you're working, right, you have to wear the mask all day.
Yeah.
For your job. So, I mean, that can get annoying. I realize that can get annoying, but you have to do it anyway. But if you're going to the store, unless you're going to fucking be in the store for 8 hours, I don't see why you can't put the mask on for 2 minutes. It's a weird problem, because, like, I go to Walmart and I'm in and out 5 minutes. Like, I go there with a purpose, and I'm still one of those people that you go in with a purpose and you come out with a bunch of shit you didn't want, right? But it takes me like 5 or 10 minutes. It doesn't take me 45 minutes. So, like, it doesn't even feel like it bugged me, because you put it on right before you go inside. And then you take it off like as soon as you're out the door, because there's no one near you. Then you just walk to your car.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing, man.
Yeah, so my list would have went littering, carts, masks, people who talk to me in the bathroom. And the masks, I barely keep the no mask people. But just, dude, if somebody's fucking trying to talk to me while I'm taking a shit in the bathroom, it's just the most awkward feeling I feel like in the world. Because, like, yeah. Even I've had that happen at work, you know? You know what's really annoying? This is so stupid because I'm going to talk about bathroom stuff. But, like, you ever go to, like, a public restroom, right? And it's, like, only one stall, right? But it's still, like, a restroom, right? So it's, like, a stall and, like, a urinal.
Yeah, yeah.
So people can still walk in the door. You can't lock the actual door. Mm-hmm. I hate when people come in, the thing's fucking locked, and they grab the door and they shake it, right? And then they like pause, because then you're like you're in the bathroom and you look up and you're like, okay, yeah. And then they shake it again as if like the door has just magically unlocked itself.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, bro, I'm in here. Leave me the foot. That's so weird when like they do that and then you're like occupied. you gotta like say something so that they realize that there's someone in there.
Yeah, I agree, man. And then you come out and you're like, fuck, gotta not make eye contact and walk away fast.
Yeah, because the guy's outside the door waiting to go next, right? Yeah.
And you're like, this motherfucker stinks.
Yeah, dude. That's weird, dude. That's why I can't handle that one, because that one I've been affected by in my life. Where the other one's the mask thing hasn't really, it bugs me, but it's also kind of funny to me because I've seen a bunch of like people freak out and like get literally kicked out of stores, and it's hilarious. They're also pieces of crap. The littering thing I am fucking guilty of, and the cart thing, I don't know.
Honestly, I think we've all been guilty of one of these at least, but probably more than one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the bathroom thing, I've left carts out.
The bathroom thing I've never done with a stranger.
That would probably be the only one.
I talked to my friend. I talked to David in the bathroom one time, but that's it. I'm not talking to some random motherfucker in the bathroom.
You guys were playing battle shits or what?
No, I don't remember. It was like fucking before a game or something, and I was just like, "What up?"
Damn. Right on.
All right. Well, that was the one gotta go. We fucked it up. I got rid of people who talk in bathrooms. He got rid of people who don't wear masks. We both agree those are shitty people.
And we both agree that we both fucked it up.
Yeah, that we both fucked it up.
All right, well.
We're going to cut to a quick ad.
Cool.
All right, we're back. That was a good one, gotta go. I know we fucked it up, but you guys get it. We explained it. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's basically types of people.
So, we wrote down a bunch of shit, but the one thing that really fucking came out to me that I want to talk about right away is that fucking dude with the fireworks.
Yeah, it's weird because I just kind of scrolled past it and was explaining it to you, but yeah, it's like,
okay, so he was showing me a video. Apparently there was like a car meet. Where was it? San Antonio? I wrote it down.
Yeah, San Antonio.
San Antonio car
during
meet.
An illegal racing event.
During an illegal racing event. So it's like a car meet. People were racing. Fuck, the people are lighting off
fireworks.
Fireworks. What are those fireworks called? The ones that have the big ass explosions? Mortars. Yeah. Mortars. They were throwing mortars because you can see it, right? And then I think one of the kids, it's like a teenage kid, he has it's either a mortar or a cherry bomb in his hand because it's like a big ass firework.
Yeah.
And his other friend goes to light it, and the fuse is like fucking small. He lights it, and it blows up in his hand, right? Cut to a bunch of people freaking out because the people who are recording are like, you know, the camera moves around and shit. But then they zoom in on the dude, and his fucking hand is destroyed.
Yeah, I was explaining it to you, but it didn't do it justice to when you saw it.
It looks like imagine like all four of your fingers and your thumb like bent back and then like split almost in half. Because it looked like it was like when something gets blown, like a stick gets blown up and it like shrivels out like this.
Yeah.
But like with his fucking hand, bro.
Yeah, it looked disgusting, man. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, and they got a bunch of like close up, like, because people were carrying him into the back of a truck and like his hands they zoom into his hand and his fucking hands all fucked up.
And obviously a fuckload of people were recording.
I'm going to put this video on our thing, on our Facebook page so people can see it.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I definitely viewer discretion advised on that shit.
Dude, it's fucking gross. Like I cannot imagine my life without a hand.
Imagine both, because both of his hands blew up.
Was it both?
Yeah, both of his hands were fucked up. Like,
no way, dude.
There's no way they're gonna be able to repair that shit. They're gonna amputate for sure.
Ugh, dude. Was it both?
It was both, man. Yeah.
I saw the one, but I was so focused on the one that I didn't realize that the other one also had chunks blown off of it.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
I feel bad. I feel bad, and I also feel like an asshole because like I watched it at first, and you're like, what? And you can't stop watching it. It's one of those videos that you keep watching, and then at the end you're like, fuck, and then you think of all the shit like in his life, and then it's kind of funny, and then it's kind of fucked up.
It's fucked up, bro. Yeah, it says here, a teenager was holding a mortar shell in his hand, and another person was lighting it when it blew up in his hand, blowing both his hands completely off.
Fuck that, dude.
Fuck.
So, Mike, right? I have my friend Mike. People don't know who that is. He was working at
it was an RV place.
Was it the RV place?
Yeah, that's what happened.
It was either the RV place or the lumber place. I don't remember which one he was fucking working at, but he was cutting wood, I think, with like a saw. And somehow he fucked up. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if he got caught in it or if he just wasn't paying attention or something. He said something about not having the right safety shit, right? But whatever. His hand fucking goes through the thing, right?
Yeah.
And he loses I think he lost like half his index finger and like the top chunk of his like thumb. And like his ring finger.
That's crazy.
Or was it his thumb? His hand was fucked up. I'll put a picture of that up too. But his hand was fucked up. And like this dude's, that's only one hand. This dude's fucking hands got completely blown off.
That's nuts, bro. I can't imagine that. Like, there's so much shit you do with your hands, like that guy's not going to be able to grab shit ever.
Well, I've done stupid shit with fireworks, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because like, I've never been shy of like holding a black cat or a firecracker.
That's different though. This is a big ass mortar.
Yeah, or an M8. Just in general, though, I've never been like scared to hold one, even with a really small fuse, because like I have faith that I can throw it fast enough. Even though like it's probably pretty fucking stupid for me to even do that. But that shit has got me all fucked up. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it looked crazy, man.
All you hear is the explosion, and you see his fucking, and he's like crying in the back of that truck. Like he's sitting in that truck, and he's like in shock. You know how when you go in shock, and like he can't. At first, it seems like he's in shock.
He's probably not even in pain, to be honest, because like the adrenaline's pumping and shit.
And then like a couple seconds later, when he's like in the truck, and they're trying to get him to like the hospital, then it looks like he really realizes what just happened to his arms, to his hands, and he's like, "Oh shit." Oh my god.
Yeah, I guess there was another guy that was injured.
Oh, it's probably the dude who fucking lit it.
No. So like after it blew up, they threw it, I guess. He was like in a motion. And when he threw it, it blew up in somebody's like face and like it blew off like tips of his finger.
Ugh.
Yeah, crazy shit.
Yeah, so we were just scrolling. I don't even know what you were scrolling on, Facebook or something?
Yeah, I was on Facebook that I saw that shit.
Whatever it was, and he showed me that shit right before we started this, and I was like, damn, dude, that is fucking gross, and that kid's life is fucked.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he can get prosthetics and stuff, but, for the first, it's got to take a while to get used to that kind of shit. What, the first
forever, man.
3 years, you got to, like,
couple years at least.
Cope with having metal hands?
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Or like stumps. I don't know what the fucking prosthetics technology is like these years.
God damn.
So I saw that and that was fucked up. But something else that I saw that was fucked up, and this is local. We live in Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
And some lady was arrested here for abusing like 6 different fucking kids, right? And none of them are her. So I'm assuming it didn't say that she ran like a daycare, but they said that they were in her care. So I assume it's like some sort of daycare lady, right? Because why else would she have 6 different kids like in her care?
Yeah,
she's got to have some sort of babysitting or daycare service, right? And apparently she got caught, or she's being fucking tried for like abusing some of those kids that she was babysitting and shit.
Yeah, it says she physically abused half a dozen children in her care.
That is fucking crazy, dude.
This is why, like, I'm a stay-at-home parent, and we won't leave people, like, to watch our kids.
Well, yeah. Well, is she... I've always been skeptical of, like, the one person daycare type of thing. Like a babysitter or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Unless you know them, like, you know, if you leave your kids with your grandma, or like even if you let's say you left your kids with like me or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, the people, right? But leaving them with like a random person, that's fucking crazy.
I agree, man. Yeah.
Unless it's like a fucking, I don't know, some sort of like the Boys and Girls Club. I don't know, if you're 12 and I leave you at the Boys and Girls Club, I don't expect you to get.
That's like my nightmare situation, bro.
Leaving your kid to daycare, then them like getting
leaving
beat
them with
up.
Somebody, yeah, and then having like the person do something to them, like in any way.
It doesn't. Yeah, it just says physically, right, in the thing.
Yeah. So she was probably like hitting them or something.
Yeah, hitting them, or like, I don't know, grabbing them or some shit.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's weird. I feel like there's so much like personal justice. I feel like one of the parents that found out, because somebody had to like have seen it, right? That's how they call the police and shit and get investigated. Like, how do they not kick her ass?
I think the same thing, man. Because
I know my mom, and if like my mom left, let's say I'm little and she left me with some lady, and the lady did something to me, my mom would kick her ass.
Yeah, I agree.
There would be no cops called. My mom would fucking roll up, fucking stomp this lady's face in.
I feel like that's justice, bro. It's fucked up to say, but that's justice.
Like, it is fucked up. That's just
it's vigilantism.
Yeah. Some Batman level shit.
Yeah. I mean, because what are the courts gonna do? You know, she could possibly get dismissed for this shit. It's possible.
I mean,
if they make some clerical error or something, and then this bitch gets away with like beating 6 children, no time in jail. And who knows? Maybe these kids are gonna be like traumatized for life.
True, because it doesn't say their age, right? And like, if you're, isn't there like a sweet spot? I feel like if you're really young, sometimes it's easier. Not easier, but sometimes you get over trauma. Or if you're older, you can get over trauma, right? But but there's like a middle age. I want to say like 5 to like.
I think it depends on the person too, because like, you know, something that's traumatic to you isn't necessarily traumatic to me, maybe.
Good point.
So either way, I mean, this is fucked up, and hopefully she gets the karma she deserves. And usually, like, jails will take care of people like this, you know, especially when it's something to do with children. Because I've heard stories, bro. Like,
yeah, of inmates beating the shit out of like molesters.
There's a whole jail culture, you know, where like they ask you as soon as you get there, like, what are you in for and shit. And then they ask you for like your papers, because they give you like papers on what your charges are.
Yeah.
And so I've heard of like people that have done stuff to kids, have it done to them. I've heard of stories of people like getting killed basically because they abused a child or killed them or something, you know?
Yeah, that reminds me of that one viral video a long ass time ago. Remember that guy in jail with like the glasses and like the beanie? Like the video is him in the beanie and glasses, and he's like sitting on a desk, right? And they're like interrogating him because he just killed his cellmate.
Yeah.
And they're like, why'd you kill him? And then he's all like, well, he was telling me this story about how he like raped this girl. And I told him to stop telling me the story. And then he kept telling me the story. And then I just got down and fucking killed him. And then he was like, I don't even feel bad.
Yeah.
You remember that, dude?
I do remember that story, man. And I feel like it's fucked up of me to say, but I feel like that's okay.
Yeah. It's one of those. Yeah.
Because I feel like when you hurt somebody, like, what is justice? Like having that same shit done to you, you know? But then there's like a fine line, like who the fuck's gonna be doing that to somebody, you know?
True, right? Like if we had like a system.
Yeah.
It's different, like when you send someone to jail and a criminal does it.
Yeah.
Because like we don't feel bad because that guy's like
already in there doing
yeah. But like if the government
your job or
something, you're the dude, you're the torturer dude. Your job is just to fucking do the shit to people that they did to other people.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's like a double-edged sword, you know? Like
the kid thing is so weird to me though. Like I don't know how like a random strain, like why people even beat up kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't get it either, man. Like it's somebody that's like so defenseless, you know? Like they can't do anything.
Yeah, so I'm saying like what's her like? I don't get it.
There was actually
a power struggle thing.
These 2 people I went to high school with.
Oh, you went to high school with?
Yeah, they had abused their children too.
Dude, I had 2 kids that I went to high school did that too.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I could see it because of these people were always like carefree kind of people, you know, like didn't really give a shit. And like you could tell they could barely take care of themselves. And when I saw it, I wasn't shocked, but I was like, fuck, dude, I can't believe I went to school with these type of people, you know?
Oh, I went to school with a girl. I can't remember her name, but she was in the news like, I want to say like 2 years after I graduated. So it's already been like 8 years.
Uh-huh.
But she had like a kid. And I think like her and her boyfriend like beat up their kid, or like her boyfriend got really close to like killing the kid. I don't remember exactly what it was, but like, you know, when you see shit on the news and you see someone and you're like, oh shit, like I went to school, or like I know them or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that and I was all like, damn. Because I didn't expect that from her. But to be fair, I didn't really know her that well. Like I just knew of her. I didn't really hang out with her.
Yeah.
But still, you see that kind of stuff and you're like, that's fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck happened to you?
That is so crazy, man.
Yeah, fuck that lady. Her name's Angel Hibbard.
Yeah, fuck you, Angel Hibbard.
If you know her, because it's local. So if you're watching this from where we live, or you're listening to this from where we live, fuck you for being her friend.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to justify this at all. Like, besides you being a fucking piece of shit, you know? Like, there really isn't.
I like how we're just like yelling at this lady who's never gonna hear this.
So, you hear about that pharmacist though?
Yeah, that brings us to the pharmacist guy. Did you get his name? I didn't get his name. Steven something.
Yeah, it's Steven Brandenburg.
He was he's in Wisconsin, and he was tampering with like vaccines, right?
Yeah.
He was basically trying to destroy doses of the vaccine for the Rona. And he destroyed like 50 vials or something of it.
Which it says he removed 57 COVID-19 vaccine vials from the freezer because he believed it was not safe and it could harm patients and change their DNA.
Yeah, so this dude thought that we were trying to create the X-Men. He thought we were trying to like mutate people into, I don't know, fucking mutants, to Professor X or fucking Cyclops or some bullshit. It was enough for like 500 people, right? That's what I remember reading. That's like enough to cover 500 people.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I know there's people who are like anti-vaxxers. Then you got people who are pro-vaccine. Then you got people who like with this current vaccine, they're like, well, let's see what happens, you know?
I don't fucking think you should be a pharmacist if you're a conspiracy theorist.
That's weird, dude, right? Like,
but how do you vet for something like that, you know?
Well, how do you destroy? I don't know. It seems really stupid to me. Like, if you fucking destroy 500 doses worth of a vaccine, I'm assuming that's got to be like some sort of weird money charge, right? That's got to be a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean,
like that's what they arrest you for, right? They don't arrest them like it's like property damage or something.
I don't think so. I think the arrest was has something to do with like
being
conspiring. Because I mean,
to poison someone.
I don't know the exact charge.
That's what I'm saying. That's what like it's weird because like it's I don't know. That's some extremist shit, bro. You gotta be pretty stupid to do something like that because like. In the broad spectrum of the world, you know, you destroying enough vaccine for 500 people.
It actually wasn't 500 people, so 57 doses. So 57 people actually got the vaccine.
That he did?
Yeah, and so the price range for those vaccines was between $8,000 and $11,000.
Yeah, see, it's a fucking lot of money, dude.
It is a lot of money, man.
And you really don't affect anything. Like, if he can get into a factory... Like, if you're going to go out like that, bro, fucking go to a factory that's full of the vaccine, blow it up, you know? Do something like that.
So he the 500s here, actually, that you were talking about, so he spoiled more than 500 doses, but 57 of them were actually given to people.
See, that's weird. That's fucked up. But I'm just saying, like, someone like that, right? And I'm putting myself in, like, a criminal mind right now. Like, if I'm going to try to make a point or, like, stop vaccines... Why do it at such a small, you know, that affects almost no one and you're fucked anyway.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I get what you're saying.
I'm looking at it from his side. Like, I don't think what he did was right.
I think, yeah, obviously not. But I think what he was probably thinking was, you know, I don't want to administer this shit. or I have a belief and I have direct access to this shit.
First of all, okay, so he's a pharmacist, right? So we're talking like a Walgreens employee or something?
Probably, yeah.
Just a random like
pharmacy employee. Yeah.
So like Walgreens or Rite Aid or something, just destroying vaccines?
Yeah. And it says that so the charges that he's possibly going to be getting is recklessly endangering safety and criminal damage to property.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think anything over $3,000 is a felony. Because you could technically say he stole that shit, dude. Because
yeah, and he's trying to the funny part was he thinks it's gonna mutate people's DNA.
Yeah,
that immediately made me think of the X-Men. Like in my head, I was like, is this dude like trying to fuck with the vaccine, like trying to create his own X-Men?
I mean, it's possible.
Like his own,
he's a conspiracy
like
theorist,
his own force of mutants. Like that shit's not real, bro. I'm not gonna get bit by a spider and become fucking Spider-Man.
That's funny, man. In his world, you are.
Yeah, that's so stupid. Like that's not really gonna. This guy watches too many movies, and he's a dumbass. Because you've got to be even if I was like the most experienced martial artist ever in the world, I still can't become fucking Batman, bro. I'm not gonna grapple from building to building. Like,
I can see this guy like definitely not wearing a mask.
He fucking walks into the bathroom, no mask, and starts talking to us. Fuck that guy, bro.
He'd be a fucking weirdo. But yeah, fuck this guy too. It's just fuck this guy day, bro.
Yeah, it really is. We just got a bunch of people that were like, fuck that guy.
Yeah. But kind of get into fuck that guy topics here. So there was a fight this weekend. I know Gerald and me have talked about it before. He's not a big fan of this guy, but
I don't like Ryan Garcia at all.
Ryan Garcia fought against a British guy.
You don't even know who he fought?
Luke Campbell.
Luke Campbell.
Second round, Ryan Garcia gets knocked down.
Yeah, he got rocked.
Like, oh shit, you know, like it's getting real now.
I didn't watch it, but yeah, that's what I would think if that happened.
Yeah, right. I mean, second round, like that's usually who the underdog is never the guy that's going to be knocked out. Like,
True.
Is always knocked out early, you know, or knocked down or whatever. But he was definitely not the underdog in this match. So he ends up hitting him with a body shot and getting a TKO finally. So they've kind of been talking about future opponents. Just kind of wanted to bring this in. So he might fight Tank Davis, which I guess that guy's a beast, or Devin Haney. They're both beasts.
Tank Davis is a fucking monster.
And these are both like really, really renowned fighters. So those will be good fights to watch in the future. But
I don't like Ryan Garcia,
about
dude.
it, but there was a funny story with it too. So Ryan Garcia's brother fought that night as well.
Okay, little brother, older brother.
His little brother.
Okay.
And he ended up winning.
Okay.
And then an announcer between the two fights was like interviewing the dad.
Okay.
And he's like, oh man, you make talented sons. You make beautiful sons or handsome sons. You got some power sperm or something.
Okay.
This lady tells him. So that was like an awkward
exchange
of the night. Yeah, that would be like some fucking bathroom talk or something, you know?
Dude,
I just thought that was ridiculous.
I just want to say, fuck Ryan Garcia. I don't like him. And it's not that I don't think he has skill. He's skilled. I don't like him for the same reasons I don't like LeBron. You know, LeBron's a beast. I don't like him for the same reasons I don't like the entire Laker organization.
He's a beast.
Just because in sports, like, you know, you pick people who you like and it's totally arbitrary, all opinion-based bullshit that there's really no real facts, you know, because it changes every season. But, like, I don't like Ryan Garcia personally because he's cocky. He hangs out with Logan and Jake Paul too much, and I fucking hate Logan and Jake Paul. And I just don't like his cockiness, man. I'm so shocked. I can't get behind him, dude. I don't know.
It's so crazy, bro, because, like, I've been watching a lot of reruns of fights, of like all different kinds of fights. I told you this a couple weeks ago. And they're all cocky, dude. Like, I understand what you're saying, but like maybe it's because he puts himself out on social media more.
I think that's what it is. Because there's certain, it's not just the cockiness, it's the way it is. Because like there's people who are cocky and there's like in fighting in all sports, right? But some of them I feel like it's so translate a lot better because like I hated LeBron, right?
Yeah.
Or I hate LeBron because of the way his cockiness is, but I didn't hate Kobe, and Kobe's cocky as fuck too. But it's just because I don't know, something about the way they like.
I think you're right,
the work ethic that I see that goes behind the cockiness for me. It's like for a Kobe, there's so much determination and shit, right? So I'm like, damn, he's cocky, but like he's putting in work. And like Ryan Garcia, there's too much social media shit, so it doesn't feel like it. It's the same thing with like Mayweather, like undefeated, he was a monster. He was winning fights, but like his cockiness and just his whole attitude, I didn't like him.
That's crazy to me because you hit it right on the nail when you said it's like totally opinion based,
Yeah, it really is.
Because I never saw him as cocky per se. Because I mean,
who? Wait, which guy?
I'm talking about Ryan Garcia.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't really see LeBron as cocky, but I don't watch too many LeBron like interviews. Like kind of the way he carries himself, sometimes I can see it as cocky.
I think it's happened for me with LeBron more when the last couple of years when like they started really comparing him to Michael Jordan. And like he's said all these things about how he's going to be better or whatever.
Because I feel like any sports star that's cocky, I mean that's like elite level, Because do you consider Messi cocky?
No, but I would consider Ronaldo cocky.
Messi do cocky things, bro. Like, and I understand where he's coming from, but like people will like approach his window and shit, and he'll just like kind of wave him off, which is understandable.
Yeah, and
to me, that's a cocky thing,
They're like the two in the soccer world, Ronaldo and Messi. Like the best fucking players.
That's what I'm saying.
To ever probably fucking touch a ball.
Well, Neymar too. No,
Neymar's good, but he's not on their level.
No.
These two are probably the two best players to ever fucking play, and it's crazy that it's happening at the same time. But like, Ronaldo seems like the more cocky one, but then if you watch like. Because when I first watch soccer about them and shit, Ronaldo seemed hella cocky to me. But then you watch all these fucking like human interest stories that he's done. He does so much shit for like people.
Oh yeah, he does.
And they're like kind of.
You see his museum that he made.
But then you see his like cheese sculpture, and you're like, what the fuck? And then Messi does the same thing. Like he's got moments, but
I feel like it comes with the title though, because like for these guys, they're the elite of elite. Like the top. And let's say me and you were in those positions, it'd be hard, bro, because there's like these super fans always bugging you and shit.
Yeah. Well, it's easier for sports I don't like, right? So like in soccer, my favorite sport, right?
Yeah.
But my favorite team plays in the Mexican league, right? So outside of the Mexican league, aside from hating maybe certain players or something, like I'm pretty much an all-around fan, right?
Yeah.
So like I just want to see good games. Basketball, I'm a Celtics fan, and because basketball is primarily here, anybody who opposes them, if they're a really good player, you eventually end up hating them because that's just sports culture in America, right?
Yeah.
But individual sports like boxing and shit, or like UFC, it's all about what I see from the person.
Which they have a lot more interviews like face to face.
Yeah.
So you see a lot more of that. I can see.
So like Ryan Garcia, don't like him, but like Canelo, I like him. But like, even Triple G, I like Triple G, but I wouldn't pick him over a Mexican fighter.
Canelo's cocky as hell, bro.
He is cocky, dude.
So if you saw Triple G fight Ryan Garcia, you'd go for Triple G or Ryan Garcia?
Triple G, but Triple G's bigger.
That's pretty fucked because like he's fighting for Mexico basically.
I don't think he is.
Yeah. He definitely is. Like most, like. Were you an Oscar de la Hoya fan? I know we were young when he was coming up and shit.
You know how I relate it in my head, even though this is weird relation? It's like so I'm going to parallel it to Mexican soccer, right?
Okay.
If I'm watching the Mexican national team, I root for them no matter what. And that's where I would put Canelo.
Okay.
But if I'm watching like a Mexican American player that plays on the U.S. national team, fuck him. And that's where I put Ryan Garcia. Fuck him.
I don't know. That comparison doesn't work for me, bro, because it's like you're watching a Mexican-American play for the MLS. Let's say All-Stars, right?
Yeah, fuck him.
And they're going to play against, like, Cristiano Ronaldo's team, right?
Right.
Portugal, let's say.
Okay.
You're going to go for Portugal over the MLS All-Star team?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of ass backwards to me.
Well, I'm less biased in soccer, but I'm just in relation because, like,
because you just literally said you always go for the Mexican fighter, right? This guy's got Mexican roots.
Yeah, it's Mexican roots, but it's different from like he has a choice, right? He can wear a Mexican boxers or he can wear the U.S. ones, right? Because he's Mexican American, right?
And he doesn't wear either, I don't think.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like he could pick whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Right? Canelo can't pick it, so like because of my roots, automatically root for him.
Yeah.
Whereas with Ryan Garcia, in my head, I guess I can make more of a choice.
I feel like in
and
boxing
I don't like him
too, there's a lot less of that because like typically like all the great Mexican fighters were straight up Mexican, you know, like
well,
even Manuel Marquez,
even all the Mexican American fighters usually rep like Mexican shorts or a Mexican band or something.
Come out the flag, yeah.
You know, because it's a big connection.
So would that be a turning point if that dude came out with Mexican shorts?
If he starts repping, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I personally, you know, once you
the type of guy you just don't like at all.
Yeah, it's just
I can see that.
I don't know if have you ever met a person and you know nothing about them, you just don't like them?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I've met maybe 2 people like that in my life where like no conversation. One of them I might have not even really met. I might have just seen them and I knew I didn't like them, and I knew that if we like talked or were in the same social group or something, like we would not like each other.
I can see it. Yeah, I've met people like that too.
And that's just the vibe I get from them.
I don't know, man. Maybe you need to hit him up on social media.
Maybe, you know, I'll hit him up on Twitter and be like, yo, bro, are you cool? I mean, I've told you about FaZe Rug, right?
You haven't told me, but it's weird.
I get the same vibe from FaZe Rug.
I was about to talk to you about FaZe Rug. It's weird because I was going to tell you, you know, FaZe Rug to me comes off as a very humble dude, but he does a lot of cocky shit. Because like his personality wise, like I don't see him as a cocky dude, but then he goes out and buys like Range Rovers and shit and is kind of throwing it in your face, you know, that, oh, I could have any one of these fucking Mercedes. And he does some stupid game to choose which one he's going to buy. You know?
I don't like him either. And I have no real reason. But his brother's videos, I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm kind of a little backwards on that. That's crazy. But yeah, man, crazy. I was just wanting to talk about the fight a little bit because I watched it. And it was like at 3 p.m., bro. What kind of fight is at 3 p.m.? Like,
I don't know. Was it in a different country? Like
no,
Iraq or some
in
shit?
Texas, I think.
Oh,
I was tripping because I got a notification on my phone that the fight had started. And I was like, oh, it's just preliminaries. Those are usually take like 3-4 hours.
Yeah, they take for fucking ever.
So I was like, I'm not going to watch it. And out of curiosity, I just turned it on because I was like, what the fuck? Because I saw a news article that said he got knocked down second round. I was like, what the fuck? So I turned it on and it's like third round. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? It's like 3 o'clock. But yeah, usually these fights are like 7 or 8 o'clock. So that was kind of weird.
All right, bro. Well, we got to go to another ad real quick.
All right.
All right, man. Let's do the hypothetical. It's time for the hypothetical moment.
Let's do it, man. You gonna give a shout out to the creator of this hypothetical?
Yeah, well, I have a friend named Dominic. I don't know how to say his last name. It's like Ojanaka, something like that. Uh-huh. But he's been posting all kinds of like, they're not really hypotheticals. Some of them are, but like they're like questions that are meant to make you think and shit.
Yeah.
On his Facebook, right? And I saw this one and I was like, hey, that seems dope. Put that shit on the podcast.
Yeah, definitely is a pretty good question.
So big ups to him. Here's the question. If your brain was a physical space, like a room, what would it look like and why? So you want to go first, second?
I'll go ahead and go second.
You go second?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll go first then. For me, like if I visualized my brain as a room.
Yeah.
So the way I interpret the question is like,
it's like a man cave.
Yeah, it's like your man cave / like
think tank.
Bits of like your personality and like how that would like be put in like physical form, I guess. Right. So basically my fucking living room is what I think of with like better shit. So like, this whole wall right here and shit's in my living room, right? I got like a pirate flag and I got all the scarves from the soccer games I've been to.
Yeah.
So like in my room, I would picture like a room the size of my living room, basically. But instead of having like the shit that I have like dope ass like sectional with like recliners.
Uh-huh.
And then I'd still have like the flags and stuff on my walls, like a Mexican flag and my favorite soccer team. Anime and like movie posters and shit on my walls. But I feel like I would have more like family type, like a family portrait type shit You know, like I'd have pictures of like my family more, like in that room, and like in my brain space, I guess. And like one side of the room would be like a kind of like a game room, I guess.
Okay.
I'd for sure have like a ping pong table, but I'd have like little think tank area, like how I have shelves in the corner of my living room, like that.
Books and shit.
But they'd have like everything that I'm knowledgeable about, basically.
Okay.
Right. So like one section video games, one section anime, one section history. The next one like my ideas, just all kind, everything that I like would think of would be like in a book on a shelf.
Okay.
With like blank pages and shit. So I honestly basically picture like my living room, but like
with nicer shit.
Yeah, like upgraded version. Like instead of having this 50-inch TV or whatever, I got like an 80-inch TV.
All right.
And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's like a game room / living space. Something like that.
All right. So if my brain was a physical area, I picture like this garage house thing, because I watched this guy that has it, you know, because I like cars.
Right.
It's weird. I really, really like cars. So I'd have the cars that I really want down in the bottom. Then my space upstairs would basically be like almost like yours, but like I'd have a lot more family thing because my kids and my wife and my parents and my brother and sister and shit.
Right.
I would also have that library, like you said, with like books of like shit I like. Fucking military books, history books, because that shit like really interests me. I don't know about the whole. Another thing I was thinking of is like they make these TVs, right?
Right.
It's a bunch of like 40-inch TVs that are like lined up across each other, and it's like 3x3. It's huge. I'd basically have one of those with Fox, CNN, like all the news stations playing, because
okay,
like politically
to be politically aware.
Politics, yeah, always thinking about politics. And since we started this podcast, I've looked into more info. That's why I'd want that book, like that bookshelf with information. They wouldn't be blank in my case. Like they'd be with shit that I'd want to learn.
Okay,
like more shit I'd want to learn. I don't know. It's like such a crazy question because even as like I'm thinking about it, a lot of shit's coming to my mind.
Yeah, there's a lot that you can really fill it with. Because as you were talking, I was also thinking like I think I would have like I don't know if like a space or like a spot because like I have you know how there's different ways to be creative, right?
Yeah.
Right. So some people are creative. Oh, two people can be like equally creative or like driven to be creative, but in like two totally different forms. You know, like one person can be artistic as fuck. One person can be, I don't know, into like music or cinematography or some shit, right?
Yeah.
And I've always felt like I have a really creative side to myself, but it's not really like
one specific thing.
Yeah, it's not like I'm a great artist or music or something like that, but like, I don't know, just in terms of like how I handle my everyday life, I guess.
Yeah.
I've got like I don't know, it's like a weird creativeness thing. And then like, I like to be challenged in terms of like verbally, I guess, like debates. Like I like to debate people. Like I'll fuck with people all the time. Like I'll take the side of something I don't even agree with.
Just for the sake of debate.
Just to see if somebody can like make a good enough point where I'm like, well, no, you're stupid. I don't even agree with this. And I'm
that makes so much sense, motherfucker.
I'm still going to beat you.
Because we have some arguments sometimes, and that makes a lot of sense, what you're saying right now.
Well, I do that a lot with people at work, right? But like, and I like making fun of people. I'm not even going to pretend like I don't like making fun of people.
Yeah.
You know, so
maybe that could be your creative outlet, man. Like a cartoon, like South Park, that makes fun of everything.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. The podcast is one of my creative outlets. For a while streaming, but mostly right now it's just like podcasts and
casual gaming,
TikTok and shit.
Yeah. That'd be cool to have a space like that though. Like, you know, where you have like a mixer, an art station, you know, just things like that. Where like, you don't just be like free to do whatever.
Yeah, because in your own head you can use these things, right? Because it's your brain space. But like it won't translate that way. So like if I have let's say I put up a DJ fucking booth in my head, right? Yeah. And I use it, in the physical world, it's not really me playing music. That's how my brain interprets me coming up with an idea to use for a different thing.
Exactly, yeah.
So for me, I guess it would be more like writing, I guess. But like, I guess typing? I write a bunch of my shit like in my phone notes. Every time I come up with a stupid ass idea for the podcast or something, I'll write it on there. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really a hard question because a lot of shit goes in your brain, like in your mind. Because like I can think of like 4 or 5 things generally that interest me. Because I've also like tried drawing. I've tried doing graffiti, shit like that. It's like stuff that'll like grab my attention for a little bit, but then I'll like kind of skew away from or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like we're basically just making our dream like home, basically.
True, but
to an extent.
Because
that's what I feel like. That's what multimillionaires' homes are. It's like their dream space in their head. Because
they can do whatever they want.
Crazy shit in their homes sometimes. Especially really rich people.
That's true in terms of like
physical items.
Physical items, but like I guess in your brain space from the question, right? It would be like, what does the physical item represent?
Yeah.
So like if I had, or I guess if you had like, I don't know, fucking printer in your room.
Yeah.
Like what does the printer represent in your life, I guess?
Yeah, because I'm always fucking with different shit. We tried making a t-shirt company. I've told you about getting a 3D printer to go that avenue. Like, I don't know why I'm always thinking about shit that I could do. And then I'm always questioning myself about it too. So this place would always have like.
Oh, so let's flip it. Like if you thought of something just that was in, let's say you could go into my mind, right? And I could go into your mind.
Yeah.
What do you think would pop up as like a physical representation of like something that this person always thinks of? Because like I'll give you what I think. I think if I went into your head, I would show up and it'd be like a fucking little booth, right? And at this booth, they would be trying to sell me all kinds of shit.
Uh-huh.
And then you'd have like some sort of like, how like some places like they have like a little screen of like inventory, and I could like look through it, and your inventory would go anywhere from like shoes to shirts to tacos
to Pokemon cards
to like, because you're in that space a lot. The like reseller like looking to find a place to like carve out like another income.
Yeah.
So like when I picture your mind, I picture me going into it and I just roll up to this like fucking like lemonade stand which is full of shit where like you can get like anything.
That's funny, bro. If I was in your brain, I picture like being in just like an anime world, basically.
Pretty much.
Swords and shit.
I do like swords.
Like, especially like those TikToks you make of anime shit. Like, I'm always like, what the fuck is he talking about? But I still like it, just to support. But like, you get so many views and likes on that shit. So you obviously know what you're talking about when you're talking about anime. And I'm just like, holy shit, this guy's like on another level of anime. And I'm over here still stuck on Dragon Ball Z.
I think it'd be dope as fuck to have a soccer field in my head.
Could you even watch soccer animes? I'm like, how's that even possible?
Because I felt like when you were talking about like dream house for like rich people.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to have 2 things in like my dream home. Like if I could have a huge ass house.
Okay.
It would be like a basketball court, right?
Okay.
So we can ball up, and then like an indoor soccer thing, but like in your house.
So like a sports complex.
Yeah. Basically like a sports complex.
That's dope. Yeah. I just always pictured a pool and a hot tub.
A pool and a hot tub so you can relax.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, that's a crazy ass question. I appreciate the person that asked it because it really does make you think,
Yeah, and I'm sure we could come up with better shit. Or like,
there's so many angles you can take with it, I'm just looking at it like my brain space is my personality. So I'm putting my personality into like a physical space.
Yeah, and we're also coming at it like fucking hearing the question right now. So like, we have so many ideas.
Yeah.
Right? People who hear this shit can like craft out a whole answer and then be like, this is how it would be. And I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, they have more time.
It's like, I've had time too. Like a week from now, I could give you probably like a schematic.
Yeah. Fucking blueprint.
Yeah. Cause like, I'm even trying to think like how big is your mind, right? So like it could literally be, it could be like a bunker or it could be like a bedroom.
Dude, like, yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Well, that was a dope hypothetical. Shout out to Dominic for coming up with it, or maybe stealing it from somewhere. I'm sure he stole it from somewhere. I feel like everything is stolen from somewhere nowadays.
Yeah, we'll just basically give credit where we found it.
Yeah.
And keep coming up with those hypotheticals, man.
Yeah, for real.
Because that's usually I feel like that's usually one of the harder things for us to find, Because current news is pretty easy. Like shit to one gotta go is fairly simple. So whatever.
All right, well, that's the end of the episode, man.
All right, 46 is out. Peace.
Peace.